So this is our $200 Buick LaCrosse that we bought a couple weeks ago from a person because their mechanic told them that it needed a head gasket, and I was pretty sure it didn't because I know these things typically wipe out timing chains. So we checked that out, determined it wasn't a head gasket, it was just a coolant leak and a bad water pump. You can see we've put
007, I'll give you 10 questions, 60.
See, we've put a few miles on this thing since then, if you look at our original video. So now, but we still do have a check engine light, and that's from a Misfire. The Misfire is bad. So what we're gonna do is take a look and diagnose our Misfire today. So just wanted to key this thing on so we can plug our scanner up, but show you guys a glimpse under the hood. You can see our coolant reservoir is still full. We haven't replaced this line yet. We do have it, but I do know that these things are known for giving up timing chains. So if we do have to do a timing chain in it, because it did have some crankshaft correlation codes in it when we first looked at it, we will go ahead and replace all that at this time. But for today, our plan is we are going to tackle our Misfire. So let's go in the engine and see what codes we have. So we got a mass airflow code, a general Misfire, then a cylinder number 4 Misfire, cylinder 6, and that's 17 and 18, and a 9 and a 15. So yeah, those are probably camshaft, timing chain related. But this Misfire, these two Misfires, the cylinder number 4 and cylinder number 6, and the PO300 is not related to that chain. I'm pretty sure of that. So let's go into Misfire data and see what we have. Going to data. Like I say, I'll link the first video we did on this car if you want to look at the mileage then and see how many miles we put on it. The thing really drives good, except for that Misfire and the traction light on. We'll fix the traction in the next video. So right now we're not missing, but let us brake torque this thing. Let's see where so we're coming up a Misfire on cylinder 4 heavy there. So cylinder 4 has a really good Misfire. So as always, we start with our visual inspection, because that has always led me to the best answers. So let's start our visual inspection. So I believe this is 246, the front cylinders to you. So what we're gonna do is take a look at these coils and plugs and see what we have. So that is not good. So this is cylinder 4, and this thing is smoking. This is 2. 2 wasn't missing, so 2 looks like it was replaced. So I don't think 2 is an issue. Cylinder number 4 was missing bad. Cylinder number 6 is cracking as well. Well, not cracking, it's got a lot of rust around there. So I believe these, I would call these physically damaged, especially this one. So look at that. This is bad. There's some oil at the bottom of that cylinder. So this thing needs a valve cover gasket, but I think putting a coil pack in here would fix our mix. So let's get 2 coils and replace those. So what we got here is 2 new coil packs, 2 new ignition coils. Probably shouldn't call them coil packs because they're not packs. They're individual coils. So we're gonna put these in and then rerun our Misfire graft, and that should have fixed our problem there. We should put a plug in here, but we don't have a plug right now. So now I don't think, as far as I know, GM cars aren't like some other products where if you have a misfire, it kills the injector also. So I don't think we need to clear codes, but let me pull my gloves off. So we won't clear codes immediately. If the misfire stays, we will clear codes and then get a plug if we need that as well. So let us go back into misfire data. This thing boot up, and I think cylinder 4 was our main offender before. So let's brake torque this thing again. And our miss is gone. So that is our problem there. Hold on, we'll do it again here for you. So what I'm going to do, I am going to clear this code because I'm going to take it on another drive, and I want to make sure that only the actual problem codes reset. So we're going to go in. We're just going to do an all system clear. So we'll clear all codes ran by scanner. I want to know, even though our miss is gone, I need to point out a couple of things. We did have oil at the bottom of cylinder 4. So this thing needs valve cover gaskets and most likely a spark plug tube too as well. So that needs to be repaired, because what will happen is that hot oil will get back on the coil and it will damage it again. And I would also recommend anyone that's doing this that you also put a spark plug in the cylinders that were misfiring, because that spark plug was not firing. So what we're gonna do is, I've got an errand to run a little bit later on this afternoon. So we're gonna take this thing for a drive, approximately about like a 30 or 45 mile drive round trip. And that should put the car through all of its trip monitors again. And then we can see what codes reset. Because like I say, I know this code was just due because we had that unplugged after we fixed our coolant leak. And this one, the misfires, was just due to a bad coil. And I want to see if those 17 and 18s come back. So let us take it for a drive and we'll check back in after that. Okay, so this is how many miles we've put on the LaCrosse since we have changed those coils and cleared the check engine light. So let's plug the scanner back up and see what codes came back. Okay, so let us run a code scan. So we'll let that run, and then, okay, so let's see, what engine codes do we have? So a catalyst efficiency code, bank 2. I can believe that's probably a valid code due to how bad the misfire was and how long it was being driven around. So that. So I'm pretty sure this thing needs a timing chain and most likely a catalytic converter. So we will close out this video saying that we've temporarily fixed our misfire, because it does need to have a valve cover gasket put on here, because those new coils will go bad due to the oil leaking on them. And while driving it, I did notice that this thing was not really down on power, but it's slow to accelerate. And I'm pretty sure that's probably because that converter has been damaged.